Hi, October 20th, Happy Dog Farm here, and I am working on my final project for grad school, and I needed a single authoritative source for information about the varieties that I've been testing. And earlier I knew about this, but I didn't realize how good it was, and I came across the National Plant Germplasm System. This is totally awesome, and I want to share this with you. The URL's up here, and I will put it in the comment section, maybe behind more, but in the comment section under the video so you can use it too. There's a training side and there's the live side. We're going to work on the live side. I'm not going to get into it, but my understanding is if you want to do grafts or bud, you can actually order budwood or scion from the germplasm system to do some of your own stuff. I do not know the restrictions on it, but this is a fantastic resource for us, for this country. So it's super cool. So one of the things that's really nice about it, and I wish I'd known more, is when I picked out the varieties of trees in my orchard, it would have told me things consistently from variety to variety that I haven't gotten from other sources. So in here, I have searched for Redfield. Okay, I'm going to search on Redfield. There we go. And there's two of them. Now, I know that Redfield is a red-fleshed apple. I also know it happens to be the second one here, so I'm going to just jump to it. But if you jump to the first one, you look at the description, you go, that's not it. So then you go to the second one. But you'll see they have budwood or plant available. Seeds are available. Other things that meet that Redfield requirement. So lots of good stuff here. Click on the session number. And it's at Geneva, the National Germplasm Repository. It's totally cool. And if you go down, it's dark red blushed. It's starting to describe it in red flesh. Yep, that's mine. And what I get here, it's kind of hidden. Detailed accession observation page. You want that because everything else scrolls off the page. Here you get it. And right up on the top, important to me. Remember, I'm looking at cider fruit. I don't care if it's pretty. I don't. But look at the disease descriptions. This is cool. Fire blight blossom. Very resistance. No occurrence when blossoms present. How awesome is that? You're not going to be, you just don't expect blossom blight with Redfield. Redfield's a tough tree. Take a look at shoot blight. Intermediate. Nothing to whine about. Now you see these score numbers here? If you click on that little link here, boom, it takes you and describes the scores for you. How cool is that? It will also tell you which other accessions, varieties, plants they have that meet that score requirement. That comes in handy. Stay with me. I'll show you some other stuff. So we go back here, and part of what I was working on is I don't care, but whenever you test something, russeting, that is that blemishing on the fruit, is important to fresh market growers. Because I don't care, but people look at russeting and go, ooh, what is that? And they won't buy the apple, they won't buy the fruit. So you can go down here and you'll see that fruit russet intensity, 0, 10. Well, what does that means is 0% of the fruit typically has russet on it. That's a percentage. So it's like between 0 to 10. They don't russet. My one control that didn't get sprayed had no russeting on it. If you have russet, where is it? Well, we'll look at the location. We click on it, and it's saying it's at the pedicle end only, the stem. the stem. So it's if it's anywhere, it's on the top. Okay, but that's it. They don't have none, so it's like up at the top. No big deal. But they tell you this stuff. So this is a fantastic resource for looking up fruit russet type. Extremely fine. You can barely feel it under your fingers. To very coarse or actually cracking. I can't imagine that. But here's the thing. If you're looking at the russet and you're kind of curious about it, you can say medium to heavy, somewhat rough. Number of accessions. They got 515 that have heavy russeting on them. Well, sometimes we like to think that russeted fruit makes a good cider. Well, you can kind of scroll down here. Well, we got in Arkansas. Hey, that might be familiar. Did I overshoot anybody? I know I see a crab up here. You could check some of these out, and this is a good way to start looking around for another fruit. Gold nugget, what we got here? I'm looking for one I actually know the name of. I'm not doing very well. There are 500 of them. Palm gris. Okay, palm gris we know. So I check palm gris. I know it's a russet. Okay, and I'm going to click on the Sessions observation page. I want to know about disease. Whoa, very susceptible. 5. Might not be my favorite one in my area. Very susceptible to fire blight. You need to know that. So it can help you pick them out as you go along. So I'm going to back up a little bit. And we saw Redfield was kind of it's a good one. If you got fire blight pressure, Redfield might be a good one. Now, it's not a great cider fruit. It's not a bad one. It does add sugar and it adds color. All right, so it's pretty. Pretty can make people happy. We want to make people happy. So I'm going to scroll back up here. Oh, back one more page. And if I can remember the names of everybody here, I have my cheat sheet. I'm going up, not Redfield. Let's look up Metal Dwar. Yeah, I saw my email coming through there. One more, come on. I'm sorry to waste your time. Here we go. So I'm going to say Metal Dwar. Hey, it looks like I've been here before. There it is. You can even get a DNA sample of it. How cool is that? Okay. I'm going to go down to the accession page. First of all, disease. Very susceptible. Anybody who's growing Metal Dwar will tell you fire blight eats it up. Okay, so now you know. Ploidy level, it's a diploid. Good to know. But it's all laid out consistently like a database. This is totally fine. Fruit russet. The whole dang thing's russeted. It's all over it, anywhere. 20%. Not everywhere, but 20%. But it's very fine and smooth. Well, you don't care because you're going to grind them up anyway. But you can still look that out. Typically, it gives you an idea of the weight of it. And I haven't really gone through all this stuff. Harvest season. I don't know who eats delicious, but they tell you it's beforehand. I will tell you it's an early drop. I had mine drop early this year, which kind of hung me up because I wanted to take pictures of them. And, well, I was just glad to get them into a can. So I lost track of which sample was which. So flesh oxidation, that's how's it going to change color for, well, actually, let's see, how do they describe it? Okay. How's it changing color after, in my case, when you grind it up, and because that color is kind of nice. I don't see sugar, vigor, it's vigorous. That's nice, a 3, probably out of a 5 scale. Let's see what we got here. Yep, oh, 3 out of a 4, pretty darn vigorous. So I just wanted to share with you this really cool resource, the National Plant Germplasm System, and the way that everything is databased in here. Um, that just makes it so easy to compare apples to apples. Um, Orange Pippin's a nice website. Some of the growers have descriptions. But when you want to get a, a common base for disease control, for appearance, for other characteristics, this is the mother lode. This is where you're going to find comparisons. And I don't, you probably can't see that, but I printed stuff out from my study group, the group of apples I'm studying, and I was interested in disease and I was interested in russeting, and it's very sweet. Chisel Jersey, very susceptible to fire blight, shoot blight. They don't always have blossom in here. Redfield was the only one that had blossom in here. Um, it's a very light russeting. No one cares. Redfield typically doesn't russet at all until I hose it down with stuff and then it russeted, but I don't care. Um, it is fruit weight, fruit size. I'm looking at a lot of the data on here. What I'm not seeing at first blush is sure. Oh, this is really interesting. Redfield is declared no market value. They don't drink cider. Yeah. Harvest period, they talk about that. Market type, ornamental, I don't think so. So anyway, brick red, yeah, it's got a really interesting leaf color, which is how when you get 50 trees and you got 3 trees that are bright green, you go, I don't think those are what I ordered. It happens. So there you are. This is a very cool resource. Please do check it out. Um, Use it for when you're selecting your cultivars. Rootstock's a different animal. You know that. I did not check rootstocks on here. Um, Honestly, I don't want to waste your time because I'm not sure how I do it. So, that's it. And I wish you all very well. It's picking time, but you might be thinking about what you might want to plant next year. This is the place to come to check them out. Talk to you later. Bye bye.